Welcome friends again in this video. So this is a second video as a story time in this summer in 2026. So today we will do a nice activity with start building, just a starting of a building a platform that you will discover in the video. So I'm just very interested in this video. So now we will begin building a platform as a notebook, not a simple notebook but a notebook specialized for IT networking students that need to store or save, in general save her informations, her items after creating a project in Cisco Packet Tracer like example. So if any student that study networking in IT start building a project in a Cisco Packet Tracer as a simulation for a learning project or a real project, so he needs to store important information that related to her project simulation in a Cisco Packet Tracer. So now we will begin with this building. Start creating just this is I create before I create the needed files and directories in my principal directory project. I create here the schema of my project. I create a backend folder and I will create also a front-end folder. So in the backend I use Python, and in the front end I will use React.js. So in the backend I use Python using exactly the framework Flask framework, and I applied the needed requirements to building a backend using Flask framework in Python. So in this video I will not discuss and practice all about building this project, so I will devise this building of this simple project in a sub videos. So each video is a step of creating my project. So I start with indicating a Flask and importing a blueprint from Flask and the request and the JSONify, and also I import DB and project and IP assignment from the models. So from the models library and Python library. So just we're seeing that if creating a project using Flask in Python, we need to define the project requirements. So in this I create the needed project requirements you see here as I created. So I create a variable here, project BP, as I use a blueprint item from the Flask library as I am imported. So after that I use an identifier, a project bp.route identifier to identify the route of the project's BP item in my project. So I use this in this route as a get route for a get route this methods of get. Why is it exactly I use the methods of get here? Because I will create a function for get projects. So in the backend, the user after click in the button of new project, he needs to get a new project. So I need a get method in this. So I need a get method and the route for this get projects function to create a new project in a platform. This project is contain the needed information in a Cisco Packet Tracer project simulation and any item that the student needs to save in her project. So I don't talk about the details here, but I will talk about the details in the next video. But in this video I will just make an introduction to my project. So this introduction is very simple to make all understand my introduction of my project as a simple project, because it's not very hard. It's just a simple project to build in a platform as a notebook for IT networking student. So I will continue creating, and after that I will get an overview of my created files and my created codes of Python codes. So in this video I will create just some codes in the Python files in the backend directory of my project. So in the front-end directory, the front-end directory of my project, I will begin it in the next video.